Hey, welcome guys to another episode of Cameron's Tower Show. How you doing, guys? I'm Cameron. We're gonna have a show this week. Just a different guys this week. Not for sure when that will be. Just I'll let y'all know when our next podcast will be. Next episodes will be on. Before we do, I'm talking about episodes. Let's talk about some games that really was earlier today. Vikings and Saints played in London this morning, and Vikings beat the Saints 28 to 25, and it was a very close game. Followed by the Falcons and the Browns. Falcons beat the Browns by 23 to 20. Cowboys beating the Commanders, as we all thought, with 25-10. Seahawks and Lions was a very good game. Went to the end, it was 48-45 Seahawks. Tennessee Titans beat the Colts 24-17. Giants beat the Bears 20 to 12. Eagles beat the Jaguars 29 to 21. Very good close game there. Jets finally beat the Steelers. They're 2-2 right now. They're 24-20. Bills and the Ravens was a very good game. Close to the Bills won at the end. It was 23-20. Chargers beat the Texans 34-24 by 10. Cardinals beat the Panthers, luckily, 26-16. Packers beat the Patriots overtime. It was by 3. Um, Then the Raiders beat the Broncos, as we always think about, was 32-23. And on Thursday night, the Bengals beat the Dolphins 27-15. Right now for college, let's go to college football. Yesterday was a very good games. As you watch, I'm going with scores and we're going with some rankings that came out just earlier today. BYU beat Utah on Thursday night, 38-26. Friday was UCLA playing against Washington 40-32. Michigan beat Iowa 27-14. Ole Miss beat Kentucky at a fumble was 22-19. TCU beat Oklahoma 55-24. Purdue beat the number one team, 21st team in the country, Minnesota 20-10. Pardon me. Texas Tech got beat by Kansas State 37-28. Utah beat Oregon State 42-16. Alabama beat Arkansas. We always thought Arkansas might beat Alabama yesterday, but it did not happen. 49-26. Ohio State beat Rutgers 49-10. Baylor came trying to make it a game, but came short. Oklahoma State beat Baylor 36-25. Penn State beat Northwestern 17-10. 17-7. Wake Forest beat Florida State 31-21. Mississippi State beat the 17 ranked Texas A&M 42-24. Georgia beat Missouri, a close nail biter, almost a number one team, nearly lost, but Georgia came back as a still champions, still defending national champions, 26-22. And Clemson beat North Carolina State 30-20. Georgia Tech beat Pitt 26-21. USC beat Arizona State 42-25, and Oregon beat Stanford 45-27. That was the late game on Sunday morning. LSU beat Oregon 21-17 was the final score. No, it's 21-17, yeah, final score. So here's our top 25 rankings. If you missed that, it's Alabama number 1, Georgia 2, Ohio State 3, Michigan 4, 5, Clemson, USC, Oklahoma State, Tennessee, Mississippi, Ole Miss, Penn State. Rounds up the top 10. We'll do top 25. Utah, Oregon, Kentucky, North Carolina State, Wake Forest, BYU, TCU, unranked, went up from beating Oklahoma to up there in 17th. UCLA was unranked. Kansas was unranked. Kansas State was 25th, and they went up to 20th. Washington went down to 6 spots, and Syracuse was an unranked team, so they came in 22nd. Mississippi State was 23rd. It was a loss of LSU. Cincinnati is 24th, and LSU rounds out the top 25. So there is your new rankings for this week, starting the new football season. Let's talk about LSU last night. I didn't even watch the game because of thank you for now. I'll go make my rant after I talk about LSU. LSU did good. They finally got the defense going on. They got the offense on fire on getting Jalen Daniels a chance to throw deep. He did. But I was very, very surprised by Garrett Noose not doing much last night. I was surprised by his passing. I hope he gets better this week against I think it's Tennessee, number 18 in the country. So hope they can beat them and hope they can take it in and win the game. A lot of things we'll see what Brian Kelly will talk about Jalen this week and see what type of idea what they're going to do with his knee. He injured his knee last night, and I hope they can figure out with a lot of doctors and a lot of find out what the diagnosis will do to help his knee, his day-to-day basis. I think that's what Coach Kelly would say day-to-day basis for his knee. Then we'll see what he's going to do before in-game pre-game warm-ups and see if he can start. But if not, then we'll bring Garrett Nusser in, be the starting quarterback for his first career start as a sophomore. Um, so I like LSU. LSU did great. Baylor, a lot of things went wrong. Um, I think the first half they really did not get going. Had a lot of problems on offense. Defense was not that clicking no more. Second half they start coming. I don't know why. I don't understand what's going on at the Baylor side of things. But they have problems. They got problems. So they need to fix that as soon as possible. If not, if they can't make that run, they're gonna have the Kansas and Kansas State, or Ohio State. I mean Oklahoma State, and you have not Texas Tech in that mix for that road to the Big 12 championship game in Arlington. So there's a lot of talk about it. So it's going to be interesting what's going to happen the next few weeks to November. So that's when things will start to around the first week of December, first weekend of December, and see how things will run and see how things goes. NASCAR wise today was a wild race in Talladega. I didn't expect anything Chase Elliott will win. I thought he'll be in a wreck. I think he'll finish in the top 10. I thought Ryan Blaney will win the race today. Came to find out, I didn't really watch the race at all. I didn't even really look at it, but I looked at the highlights of the race, the final laps of the race, and Chase won the points race, one of those heat races. They call it stage races. Stage one, stage two, and he finished third. Finished first. We'll talk about how he did. So he was in the first line with I think the third or fourth quarter down there, and when they come up to the heat, I think the wet lap one would take the cars for a while to get going. Chase and Eric Jones got together, and Eric Jones pushed Chase into the front, and Chase blocked Ryan Blaney for that number one spot, and he won. And Chase is now clinched going to the final four. No, round of eight. And now Chase is in. He has no worries. I didn't do my bracket this week, so I kind of went off two. So Chase is in the round of eight, going to I don't know what next race is going to be, but I forgot. I know next race is going to be in the Roval in Charlotte. You don't have to worry about that race. He can gain points and win stages, but he don't have to win. He can stay in the top five, top 10 to he already advanced. So we're down to Ryan Blaney. I think it'll be down to um, Chase Briscoe and all those other guys. It's kind of down like the 12th, the 8th and 9th spots. They have to win or be ahead of that driver going this next Sunday. So, excuse me, a lot of possibilities. Sorry, my allergies been kind of nuts. I'm trying to get the rest of this stuff out of my throat. But you know, but it's a good time for good racing, but we still got problems. Um, excuse me. So we still got problems. Um, as you know, as Bowman, the 48 car, was in the chase playoffs, and he got in the wreck last week in Texas, hit the wall. Not hard, you could tell it was hard, but the end car you can see his body, his head hitting The side of the like this, uh, hurt his head, and kind of like he didn't have. You think he hurt his head? He didn't, but he hurt it to where he might have concussion. And excuse me, guys, for about a minute here. Okay, sorry guys. So now Alice Bowman's out of the race, and he's probably out for the rest of the season. I don't know when he's gonna come back. Excuse me again. So I hope and well that his health is priority. His health, he can take care of himself. He don't have to come back. Actually, just rest right remainder of the season and come back next year strong and take Daytona. That's the only thing he can do. And Kurt Busch, he is upset about this. And the cars and NASCAR and the racing cars are so pissed right now about these new gen cars. They're ready to tell them, hey, we tell you what happened is we tell you what's going on with our problem. The product that you brought on the racetrack stinks. It's not protecting us. We're scared of this. And same there with Noah Grayson says, while he won that race there in Texas, going to Talladega, he's scared of driving it. He's terrified about this race. So that's what I'm saying. He is terrified. Very terrified about the race. He probably didn't do too bad either in racing. I don't know what he did or not. He probably got in a wreck and he don't want to race no more. But it's sad if you hear a guy from a different Xfinity series, from a different series, and say, "I don't want to drive this thing. It's scary to drive. How hard can you hit this guy? How hard can you hit it? How hard can you do in the corners?" That's what I'm saying. It's hard to deal with racing like this, and that's what I'm saying. A lot of these race car drivers, don't want to race it. It's dangerous. NASCAR got to fix these cars that they put together in a hurry. Get the drivers what they want. Safety is first. Of every driver, is safety is first. I don't care if you're 24. I don't care if you're 30. I don't care if you're 46. I don't care if you're 50. You gotta be safe in these cars. So NASCAR needs to go and redesign these cars inside and out, or don't bring the product back in the race car again until you find out what's going on. So that's the next thing I think was Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch, all theirs is put it and tell them, look, we can't race these cars. They're too hard to race and they're too hard to do. And I feel that's what's going to happen. Every single time we see a race car, NASCAR race, we're all scared of that driver. He might get hurt, he might get killed, he might have a head trauma. This is what NASCAR fans are so concerned about. I don't care. I mean, NASCAR fans don't care whether you drive a fast car, a beat up car, whatever. They don't care. They want to see excitement. But NASCAR got to check the drivers first and tell them, hey, we need to protect ourselves for these race cars. Be safe. So I hope NASCAR listens to this, and also I got a rant for Dish. Dish, I hope you listen to this podcast. I took away took away from y'all, the Dish company, the Dish bag because I didn't want it because of what's going to happen to other channels that we have that we pay for out of our own pockets, and then I want to see some results. I went back to y'all this year because I can't stream on the streamer with Sling because I have a person that does lives with me complains about it, so I have to go with y'all with Dish. Yesterday or two, I heard that I can't put ESPN back on the channel because of a contract y'all gave it. Give them the highest contract you give them, and that's put back on ESPN. If y'all don't put back ESPN on this weekend, I'm cutting y'all babies off in January. And I'm not gonna be sad. I'll be a happy person to take y'all off. I can go back to streaming again. I know our Dish customers are mad because they can't watch their football game, but some people may not don't care about it. But I have a little rant here. Fix it or not, I'm not watching nothing with y'all. That's my rant. Now, let's talk about college football this Saturday. Great games all over the board. No complaints. Some were off the wall. Some were just long gone. Uh, I was surprised. Mizzou, I gave them a applause here that they almost beat the number one team in the country of Georgia. And Georgia came right back as champions and said, "Look, we're not coming down. We're coming down for a fight. I know y'all come for a fight for us, but we're gonna take it to y'all again." And I give Mizzou's head coach applause and the team because I tell you what, if they won this without no problems, they would take care of the Georgia Bulldogs and have their first start in the season. I'm so grateful for that. But now Alabama has to lose to Texas A&M. Now, guys, Texas A&M, y'all gotta win. If y'all don't win, y'all stink. Um, but basically, that's all I'm gonna say is today, guys, is let's go. Now this Friday night coming up, I'll be going to a football game in Lorena High School. So if you want to see me, come talk to me. I would love to talk to you guys, and I want all your fans to be part of my show. This will be on. We'll be, I said, live with everybody with Lorena High School Stadium. That's gonna be fun Friday night. Hope y'all watch this podcast and listen to this show. I'm excited about this year. We'll talk about some few things about our shows coming up in July. I mean, excuse me, July, December, and then we'll start our new one with me and Ryan. We'll talk about some basketball. We might put him on here around November, December time. So we're getting there. November is about there. So I'm excited about this game. I'm so happy about basketball coming up. NCAA basketball, NCAA tournament. I'm ready for it, guys. With this new podcast we're going to have, it'll be fun. The new description will be changing. I'll change it here and maybe tonight, make it more presentable. Um, I'm gonna help you guys with DFS on this channel, with DraftKings and FanDuels, and NASCAR's running hockey. Hockey's coming up, and this coming up in this month. So I'll help you out with that. Soccer. I don't have a friend of mine. I'll have a guy I think I know will do Spanish and Latino. Do some results on basketball. I mean on soccer. Everything will be on Spanish. Some will be English and Spanish. Um, so, guys, I thank you for so much. I'll tell you, this is a great channel to be on. Keep following me. Keep subscribing to the show. Thank you guys for all your support. If you want to be part of this, if you want to be members on this show, um, put your comment down below. I want to send you a description of if you want to put money in for this podcast, for the streaming channel. Uh, and I'll do some things for our next streaming channel. And so it'll be with maybe some t-shirts, might be some hats. I'm not for sure what we're going to do next year, but it's going to be something we can do next year. Oh, and I'll tell you guys before I go, if I can find anything to do with the people who lost their homes and lost some lives in that Hurricane Ian, um, I'm gonna find out what we're gonna do because I want to help them guys down there in Florida. They lost their homes there. We gotta pray for them. It's gonna be a long road recovery to rebuild and put new roads in, new streets in. I'm gonna find out the description we're gonna do to find out where we're gonna have help with these people. Um, I just hope we can pray that we don't have no storms again like this. It's getting racking. I think North Carolina got hit too. South Carolina. We'll pray for them as well. So, guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for the show. Thank you for listening to this podcast. Uh, Subscribe on this show. Hit the link. Hit the bell. Thank you guys. Also support Polk and Scott. They'll be on our podcast, but on my podcast will be the Fantasy Football Guys podcast. That'll be in July, mid-July, when things start ramping up in the 2023 season for NFL. So, guys, keep your eyes. Let's listen and keep your eyes on peel. If you listen to two different podcasts on like Pandora or whatever next year, you're like, okay, where are these guys? Where are these guys go? We'll have everything going through. We'll have live podcasts. We might do some live ones next year. So we don't know yet. So thank you guys for listening. We'll talk about that game tonight against the Bucks and the Chiefs. And we'll talk about you soon. Anson Mason and I might be together Monday. Possibility. So, guys, take care. God bless.